Hey guys, how's it going? How's it going? Welcome to the final update of the Euro 2020 tournament. It is now all over and we have a champion. Everything's written into the history books. So I just wanted to go through the quarterfinals, semi-finals and final, and then there'll be another video at some point when I'll get Stu back on and we'll go through our predictions and see how badly we did. I mean, we both had England in the final, so you know, could have been all right. But before that, we had the quarterfinals. Switzerland versus Spain in Russia, 1-1 at the end of full time. Again, Spain did not look very good. Switzerland looked solid as usual. Went through extra time, exactly the same. I don't remember there being many chances for either team to really win it. I'm just trying to think. I can't think of many things that happened. I know Jan Sommer in the Swiss goal did really well. But there weren't many sort of glaring opportunities as there had been for France against Switzerland in round 2. But nothing in extra time, all the way through to penalties. When you thought maybe Switzerland might have the advantage, already having played a penalty shootout against the world champions, but unfortunately, Lady Luck left them this time, and Spain went through 3-1 on penalties. Sorry, I had to look at the other monitor because it's a bit too small there. So Spain advanced to the semis. Again, once not looking that impressive, but hey, you take what you can get. Second one on that Friday was Belgium-Italy, and this was such a great game. Italy went 1-0 up. Belgium equalised just before half-time with a penalty, and Italy scored not long into the second half, I don't think. But it was it was a very good game, very end-to-end. As a neutral to watch, it was perfect. Perfect Friday night viewing. Absolutely end-to-end. Both defences looked all right, not great. Both attacking options were superb. But yeah, Italy ran out 2-1. It got a little bit scrappy towards the end. There was some diving and some sort of slight tackles that were being made meals of. It's going to happen. You don't want to see it. You don't like to see it, but it happens when your team are doing it and wasting time and winning a game. If you're seeing it against you, it's a right pain, but it is what it is. It was a shame to see Belgium go out. Is that going to be it for their golden generation? Have they got another opportunity for next year's World Cup? Maybe. But again, they're a team that just don't look the full package. And I don't know whether it's sort of the back line that lets them down a bit, because their attacking options are superb, but they're the sort of team where, they get talked about the golden generation, and then you're looking at it and like, but I'm not surprised they haven't won anything. So we will see next year. Next year is going to be interesting. I think the video with Stu will probably cover that a little bit, because there's a few, especially European teams, could be worth keeping an eye on. But congratulations to Italy, moving through to then play Spain. On the other side of the draw, we had the Czech Republic taking on Denmark. Both teams really dark horses. I don't think many people put the Czechs to go too far at all. I don't think many people had them even as best third place in the group. But, got all the way through to the quarters. Fair play. And Denmark, after, losing Eriksson in that first game to, fortunately he's okay, but for them to sort of be quarter-finalists and, as you can see here, semi-finalists, fair play. Without their sort of talisman, they've done really well. I mean, the whole team, they've got a good team. They just don't have many names until now. I think a few people are going to be sort of paying attention to them. But yeah, Schmeichel at the back, Kjaer at the back, and Damsgaard really made a name for himself. So we'll see what happens there. But they ran out 2-1 winners against the Czech Republic. They went 1-0 up. The Czech Republic scored just after half time, if I remember rightly. Sorry, this is sort of a couple of weeks ago now. I think it was a couple of minutes into the second half, or maybe just before half time. And then Denmark scored not long after to retake the lead. Just noticing a bit of lag on the camera. Weird. But yeah, so congrats to Denmark. Commiserations to Czech Republic. Fair play to both teams getting this far. And, unfortunately, it's one of those where someone's got to lose. And in the final quarterfinal, we had Ukraine taking on England in Italy. I don't really know what to say about this game. England won 4-0. Could have been more. In fairness to Ukraine, it was only 1-0 at half time. And they had a couple of opportunities. They could have gone in sort of 1-1. But the second half, England hit a couple of early goals, and it was one of those games where it was like, it's kind of going to happen. But yeah, so England made their second semi-final in 3 years now. Obviously, technically 2 years because it's Euro 2020. But so fair play to them. Southgate's doing all right. Moving on to the semi-finals, we had Italy and Spain finishing 1-1. Going through extra time 1-1. Spain looking much the better team. I have to say, Spain, personally, I would say Spain deserved to win it. But on penalties, Italy went through 4-2. Jorginho scoring a quality finish for their last penalty. Call as you like. Fair play. And, you can't say Italy being finalists is a bad thing. They had a fairly easy group. But, they played the world number ones in Belgium. They've played Spain, who, okay, they haven't looked amazing this tournament and went out to Russia and stuff, but they're a good side. And as I said, this game, they looked more like the old Spain. So to beat them, fair enough. And the other side, we had England versus Denmark. 2-1 extra time win for England. Finally conceded a goal. So, getting through to the semi-finals without conceding. Not too bad, but Denmark took the lead with a soft free kick. But it's one of those where it's a soft free kick, so it's annoying to see given. But the free kick that Damsgaard scored. What a goal. I'm not even mad. Not even mad with that finish. England equalised second half. Could have had more. Schmeichel really kept them in it. Denmark had a few chances. Extra time. There was a penalty not given to Harry Kane, which kind of looked like it was a penalty. And then there was a penalty given to Sterling, which I think there was contact and it was a foul. But again, it was soft. Very soft. And fair play, Schmeichel even saved Kane's penalty, but couldn't get to the rebound. And it transpired afterwards that he'd also had a laser pen shined in his face. Well, it kind of didn't really shine in his face. It was sort of like the side of his face. So whether he actually know, because he didn't react at all. So I don't know if it actually caught him or if it was literally just on his face and he didn't notice. But I know the UEFA have fined England for it, which is absolutely fair enough. That is cheating, basically. Someone in the crowd shining a laser pen at the keeper facing the penalty. But yeah, it didn't work because technically he saved the penalty. So, but yeah, it was, for a neutral, it was a good game. It was just a bit, sort of the way it sort of went through. As I said, I don't think it was a dive. I just think it was soft. So it was a bit of a shame to see Denmark go out like that. But I would say during the game, England did deserve to win. So it kind of balances itself out. And I predicted England to be in the final, so I was happy. mainly because pretty much every other prediction was wrong. I did have Denmark as the dark horses. I did have them. You know, I'm going to make that point to Stu as well. It's like I said that they do well. But yeah, so England made their first final in 55 years since the World Cup 1966 and faced Italy and went 1-0 up in the second minute. Luke Shaw scoring his first England goal, as far as I know. Italy equalised in the 67th minute. Rings a bell. 65th minute, something like that. But England going in at 1-0 at half time was fair enough, I think. I think they did enough pressing without really worrying, but Italy weren't looking fantastic. Second half it was completely different. It was Italy's half. You know, I don't remember England. I think Donnarumma saved a John Stones header, which probably would have gone in if it was either side of him. Other than that, I don't remember England touching the ball. You know, it was very much Italy. Same for extra time. Nothing really happened. I think kind of they were both sort of looking for penalties in the end. And Italy won 3-2. 3 England players missed. Bit of a shame because Pickford made 2 saves. But unfortunately, Rashford hit the post after sending Donnarumma the wrong way. And then Sancho and Sacco's both saved. And even Kane's was close to being saved. Donnarumma went the right way. He really could have got to it. But one thing I said to the people I was watching the game with was to score against Donnarumma, you need to go high because he's a big guy. He can get, if he guesses right, he can get across the goal. Unless, as Kane did, you put it right in the corner, you need to go high, as Maguire did with the second. I think he sent the keeper the wrong way as well, but he just went high and broke the camera. But yeah, unfortunately, you know, you hit the post, can't be helped. And yeah, the other 2 were a bit too low. Donnarumma went the right way. You know, if he'd gone the wrong way, they'd have gone in. Penalty shootouts, I still don't like them particularly. You know, it's a bit of a nasty way to go out, but you know, how else do you do it? You know, golden goal is basically a penalty shootout, just in open play. In which, you know, one team may even be down to 10 men, you know, if there's been a red card or anything. And silver, I quite like silver goal. You know, if you sort of score a minute into extra time, you've still got to hold on for 14 minutes and whatnot. Whereas penalties, it's always a sort of a nasty way. You know, especially sort of, you know, Sancho and Sacco, two really young lads sort of missing the penalties. You know, it's a shame for them. But it is what it is. Fair play to Italy. I think based on the entire tournament, no one could say Italy weren't deserved winners, really. You know, there's been a few things about England's, their route to it, the fact they play most of their games at home. I mean, it's true, but can you use that as an excuse? I mean, you know, any team that's won a home World Cup or Euros tournament, well, surely it's rigged for them because they played every game at home. You know, it's one of those, but at the end of the day, first final in 55 years, fairly young squad. I can't argue. You know, I said that I imagined Italy were going to win, but then I thought that Germany would win, and I kind of thought we might lose against Denmark, but kind of close to it. But I never thought I'd see England in a major tournament final. Never thought I would see it, and now I have. So whether they'll do it again, whether they'll go from strength to strength, or as I predict, they'll probably go out in the group stages of next year's World Cup. It would be the way, wouldn't it? But you know, it is what it is. Saw them in a final, so I'm happy. Fair play to Italy, as I said, over the whole tournament. You can't really grumble at them for winning the thing. Yeah, it was good. Like, one of the things I find with football is I really fall out of love with it, especially things like the Belgium-Italy game when there's diving, when, you know, England get a penalty, which, was it a penalty? You know, I've really fallen out of love with football a lot because of that. But international tournaments like this and World Cups, I love it. Like, I think I watched some of, if not all, of every game this tournament. Like even the final group stage games, when they were being played at the same time, I was flicking between the two. You know, even if I was at work for like some of the 2 o'clock kickoffs, I was watching the highlights like as soon as I got home, or you know, they were showing them during the 5 o'clock game. And I don't usually do that with football anymore, so I was quite happy with that. I'll go back into my shell for a bit during the qualifiers and then come back out for the next World Cup. But I hope you've enjoyed this little series, this little updates. As I said, there'll be one more with Stewie, and we'll sort of go back and have a look at our predictions and what we thought, who we sort of predicted to be, you know, flops of the tournament. Sorry, Austria. I'm sorry. Who we thought would be a good top goal scorer and yada yada. And obviously that would probably be a little bit more England bias, but yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe as always, and drop a comment below if you'd like me to do this again for the World Cup. If you'd like me to do this again ever, maybe. I don't know quite how it'd work with domestic tournaments, but if you'd be interested in it, I could always sort of do like FA Cup, Champions League final reviews or something. But yeah, let me know if you're interested in that. And as I said, like, I'm not entirely sure how I'll do it for the World Cup, because it could be interesting. There's going to be a lot of games, so I think it would have to be sort of a mini preview sort of thing. I don't know whether I'll do it like a predictor again. I don't know, the predictor helped because obviously it shaped the rest of the tournament, but obviously, as you'll see in the next video, or if you've watched the preview video, it didn't get much right. Had England losing the final. I got it right. Should have put some money on it. But yeah, I don't know how it would work, but yeah, if you'd be interested in seeing it, let me know. Let me know. I've got a little bit of time to work out what I do. But otherwise, stay safe. Enjoy the football. Season's back soon. Transfer window's open. Stuff's already happening. Yeah, take care.